Hello, Kylee. All right. First of all, I compiled all of the handouts from what we are going to work on today into another email just to be efficient and really annoying with the other emails that I sent. So everything that we're going to be using today is in the most recent email I'm going to send you. Okay. So the new strum pattern that I sent you that's in German, we're going to work on number 4. So number 4 is the relaxed jack. Okay, so the pattern for it, as you can see, is like down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So it's got 8th notes and then 2 16th notes for that down, up. Okay, so let's do that first. We're going to do a pattern of D, A minor, C, G, but let's just start on one chord. So let's just start with D, since that's going to be our first chord we're going to do in this pattern. So what we got is down, 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 down. So let's just keep doing that, rolling on the G, okay? 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the strum that we're going to do. So we're going to go from D to A minor to C to G, 4 each. I wrote it down at the top of the page. I would recommend doing that when you print this out. D, A minor, C, G. Okay. All on that pattern, 1 bar each. So it'll sound, we're going to keep it really slow so that we can do the chord transitions on the beat. So let's try it at like 2, 3, 4. In A minor. C. Back to D. That's going to be your pattern. Notice how I played G in 2 different ways. I played it the first time this way, and the second time this way. I played the same G. I just used different fingers. I can't remember if we've talked about that. You can do whatever you want. It sounds the same. I'm just using different fingers to fret the notes. Okay? There's logic to using both ways. Sometimes my brain just takes over and does whatever it wants, but the logic behind using the first shape is that, you know, your C is already here, so you've got these 2 fingers. They just need to go boop, and then tuck your pinky in. That can be a little awkward for some people. You play on an electric, so your neck's a little slimmer, so I think I've seen you play the G that way. I can't remember, but you do you. And we'll talk more about it at your next lesson. Okay, so start with that and get really good at it. Don't worry about a metronome yet. Just get comfortable being on some pace. Obviously, you can speed it up when you get more comfortable with it. If you're feeling like more, want to bring the tempo up. Also, you could tune your guitar, which I have not done. Sorry. So practice that. The down, 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 up, down, 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 up. It's a pretty simple strum that actually will give you a lot of bang for your buck. Sorry, I'm so like, I could be classy and like turn my volume down while I'm tuning. Sorry, Kylee. Who needs a tune? Okay, So practice that. Get really comfortable with those transitions. You know all the chords, so just really just try and really think about your strumming hand. Just getting relaxed. Because this rhythm hand needs to learn to be nice and consistent and smooth, like do 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 do. Do a little rhythm hand dance. Okay, so work on that one. And we're doing, once again, number 4. Relax, Jack. Okay, next subject. Since you didn't know what song you wanted to work on next, I chose for you. Every guitar player, at some point in their life, has to learn this song. And that would be Blackbird by the Beatles. And since you've been working on like finger picking, I was like, we're gonna do this, okay? So I sent you 2 things. One is just the intro via tab that, some person wrote out. The second is like the fancier version on Ultimate Guitar, where they actually have like time signatures and indications of rhythms. First of all, if you don't know the song, you need to listen to it so that you can get the sound of it into your head. Definitely do that. It will make it learning to play it a lot easier. So we're just going to learn the introduction, okay? And then next week, like I said, we'll pick back up with this, and I'll help you with whatever you need help with. So which one do you want to look at? I don't know. You're used to seeing tab like this, right? So remember that when the numbers line up, that means we're going to play them at the same time. When they're by themselves, they're by themselves. And you already know how to read tab, but just as a reminder, remember if we see the number on a string, that means fret, and that's string. So like for instance, we have 0 on the B string or the 2nd string. That means play this one open, right? And then we have a 3 on the big E or the 6th string. So that means we're going to play the 3rd fret, and they're on top of each other, right? So we will play them at the same time, right? Which sounds like that. Okay, so a review of that. If you're using this one, the intro is the same. It's just like I said, they added the time signature in this one, and they're saying it goes from 3/4, 4/4, 3/4, 4/4. Classic Beatles. And they didn't have no time for time signature consistency. They did what they wanted. So, but it is the same thing. At least the introduction is the same. So it's whatever you like looking at. I don't know. Some people like the extra like rhythm information. Okay, so we're gonna go through this really, really slow. I'm gonna tell you the fingers that I like to use. Try it, see what you think, okay? So you're gonna see that there is going to be a pattern. So let's actually start by talking about our fretting hand. For me, that is my right hand. You are also right hand dominant. That's your, when I say fretting, I mean picking and strumming. Sorry. So for you and I, that would be our right hand. That's what we strum with, and that's what we're gonna pluck with. So there's lots of plucking going on in this. And you'll see the right hand's got a pattern where it's either plucking the 6 or the E string and the B or the 2nd string. So it's either plucking them together, and so we've got 8th notes, so it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and, okay? So the in-betweens is the open 3rd or G. So you're gonna get good at this. So you can even just practice that, just plucking these 2. And once again, that's the 6 or the E and the 2nd or the B. And we're just going. Okay? That's what our right hand's going to be doing for a second. A couple other things. Our fretting hand, which for you and I is our left hand. Fretting hand. So what I do is I use my middle, my 2nd finger, to play the 3rd fret on the 6th or the E string. That is the note of G. Song is in the key of G. Okay? So I just hold it down there, hit the open G, 3rd string. That's your 1st. going to take my first finger. I come down here and I grab first fret on the B or the second string. It happens to be the note of C. Then I'm going to do this little, or I pluck, then I move to the A string this time, the open A or the open fifth string. So when I'm like, oh, we're going to just be doing plucking the open E, I forgot it moves in between the E string and the A string. Whoops! Sorry. Right is left, left is right, strings are strings. Who's got time for all this stuff? Sorry, Kylie. So let's just practice that, okay? So once again, I'm using my middle second finger on my, to do, then my first finger comes down here. So I'm just leaving this finger available, boop, and then I'm gonna hit the open A or fifth string along with the second string on the first fret or the B, note of C. Let's just do that. Really slow. Let's get good at that. Again! Okay, again. And we can count in eighth notes like 1 and 2 and again. 1 and 2 and again! Because you want to get good at this, Kylie. Oops, better than me. The final part of that measure is going to be, we move to, we got to move up to 3 and 2. So we're going to go, what fingers do I use? Hang on. I use these fingers, okay. So I go from what we just did, and then I use my first finger and my third finger. That's just what I like to do. You can change it if you want. Try this and see what you think, okay? So my first finger is on the A string, second fret. That's a note of B. I'm using my third finger to play the B string or second string on the third fret. The note of D, right? And then we're pedaling that G, that open G again, okay? So we're gonna get dang good at this. We're gonna do those threes, 1 and 2 and 3 and, okay? So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and. Let's do that like a million times. 1 and 2 and 3 and. I'm gonna go even slower now. Slow. Fret apart, squishy. Okay, if you've become an expert at this or feel somewhat comfortable with it, the next part, we're gonna take this shape and we're moving it, baby. We're moving it. We're going up to all the way up, 10 and 12. Feels much shorter on an electric than an acoustic. Okay? So we're moving this shape, right? But there's going to be one fret in between. But it feels really close to the same because down here the frets are bigger. So it really doesn't even feel like, but you know, technically there is a fret in between. Right? So we're down here and we go. Okay. How do you get there quickly, right? Oh, it's so far. Got to count. No, you don't. Look at the top of your guitar. See these two dots? Boop, 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 boop. That's fret number 12. That's where the octave starts. That's super duper important. So when you're sliding, when you're down here at 2 and 3, and you're like, I'm going, I got to go find. This finger's going to 12, and this finger's going, where is that? Aim this finger for the two dots, and then this finger is on 10, which is no dot. It's right above this dot, which is 9. 2 below 12, right? And there you are. Boom. So let's try that from the beginning, right? So we're going to start here. 1 and 2 and 3 to 10 and 12. Okay, again. Whatever fingers you do use, if you decide you like some different fingers, that's fine. Just freaking be consistent, because this song is like big time muscle memory, right? You just like gotta really get this feeling of the shapes, and you'll see it becomes like a little dance for both your hands. Again. Okay, so once you're in this position, right? Then we've got a little thing we gotta do down here. This guy's gotta take over. This guy's just gonna hang out. Whoop. So this is the rest of that. Okay? You don't have to move your fretting hand at all once you're here. It's all about your plucking hand at that point. Okay? So just same thing. Like together, by itself, by itself, by itself, by itself, by itself, together, by itself, by itself, by itself, by itself, by itself. Listen to the song. It'll super duper help. Okay? So once you're up to that 10 and 12, once we're still pedaling on the open G. So stay on this for a minute and get it memorized. Just learn to do it, because it's coming back. It's all of this is coming back. This theme is all coming back. So just do that really slow. I'm gonna try and do it really slow anyhow. Okay. Everything's backwards. Okay. Sorry, it's awkward holding it at this. Gotta get my leg up. Okay. Hopefully you can see my fingers here. So that's the whole intro. The whole intro is. That was really bad. Let me do that again. And then the beginning of the first verse is also that. Bonus. Okay. See if you can get that much. Just go slow. Minimally get this. Minimally get that. If this is as confusing, I'll help you with it next week, okay? Have fun, Kylie. I will see you next week.